I don't think it's gonna win. And I don't necessarily think it needs to win. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Okay, so the fact that Black Panther got nominated for any Academy Award at all is a major accomplishment. I don't want to sell that fact short. Despite popular belief, superhero movies do get nominated for Academy Awards. It's just usually the more technical awards, you know, special effects, sound editing, makeup and costume, things like that. Some of them have even won an Oscar or two. Spider-Man 2 won for Best Visual Effects, The Dark Knight won for Best Sound Editing, and Suicide Squad won for Best Hair and Makeup. Yeah, in case you forgot, the Academy thought this design of the Joker was Oscar worthy. I'm gonna let that sit for a second. You can reflect on that. But of course, when people say that comic book movies or superhero movies should get nominated for awards, they mean one of the top awards. Something for best writing, either adapted or original, best directing, one of the acting categories, and of course, Best Picture of the Year. To date, only 3 superhero films have ever cracked that threshold and got nominated for one of the major awards. Most famously, the first case was in 2009 with The Dark Knight. Heath Ledger was posthumously nominated and won for Best Supporting Actor. 9 years later, Logan got nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay, becoming the first superhero film to get a nomination for its writing. And now we have Black Panther, which has been nominated for Best Picture of the Year, and it really does deserve the nomination. The Dark Knight deserved to have been the first comic book movie to get nominated for Best Picture, but now's not the time for that. Now, like I said, getting nominated for anything is a big deal, and getting nominated for Best Picture of the Year is an even bigger deal. I don't want to sell that idea short. It really is important. To say that the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science, a collection of movie industry peers, deems one particular movie to be so good it best represents an entire year's worth of filmmaking, that says a lot. And hell yeah, I think Black Panther should win. It's clearly the best film of all the ones nominated. Granted, I've only seen 3 of them, but still. It's unquestionably the one film that the vast majority of audiences actually liked. It was inspirational to a whole group of people to see themselves represented on screen in such a way. There were actual campaigns to get kids to see this film for free. And plus, how cool would it be for the winner of the Best Picture Oscar to be a movie that had battle rhinos in it? But realistically, as cool as it would be for Black Panther to win the Best Picture Oscar, I really don't think it's going to. For one thing, it's a big-ass sci-fi movie. The Academy doesn't award Best Picture to big-ass sci-fi movies. They'll nominate them, sure, but aside from Return of the King, they don't get the Best Picture Oscar. Yes, Shape of Water is a sci-fi movie, but it's not a big-ass sci-fi movie. It's more of a small, intimate affair where a meek girl a fish monster. I'm talking about like big things with huge action sequences. It also definitely feels like they nominated Black Panther to get views, and they'll do this. They'll nominate 1 or 2 really popular films in order for the average Joe moviegoer to tune in and see the night's festivities, only for the award to eventually go to Spotlight or some other stupid movie you don't remember. Also, of all the awards Black Panther is nominated for, it's only nominated for 1 major award. Best Picture. Is not nominated for any of the acting categories. It's not nominated for Best Screenplay, and crucially, Ryan Coogler was not nominated for Best Director. That's usually a telltale sign that a movie that's nominated for Best Picture isn't going to win Best Picture. So I'm sure history is going to repeat itself here. They're probably going to give the award to BlacKkKlansman or Vice or A Star is Born. Probably not Bohemian Rhapsody though, because, well, you know. But with all that said, does Black Panther really need to win the Best Picture Oscar? Does any comic book movie really need the Academy to say that that film is the best picture of the year? Honestly, no. Real quick, let's do a thought experiment. Think of your favorite movies of all time, your personal favorite films. How many of them were nominated for an Academy Award? Not one, just nominated. It's probably not many of them, are there? Now, does this matter to you? Are you now thinking of those films in a worse light because the filmmakers didn't walk home with a stupid gold statue at the end? Of course that doesn't matter. The Oscars don't get to determine what makes a great film and what will stand the test of time. We do, the audience. We determine what a great film is, and we keep great movies alive by spreading their word more than any award show ever could. Sure, they don't generally hand out Oscars to bad movies, that's what the Razzies are for, but when was the last time you actually cared about a film that was nominated for or won Best Picture? Like, did you even see Moonlight? I didn't. We don't need an out-of-touch group of people telling us that Black Panther was a good movie. We already know it was a good movie, and we're gonna tell the rest of the world that it's a good movie and pass it on to future generations, just like we did with Superman, with Star Wars, and with the Fast and the Furious. The Academy Awards aren't even really about honoring movies anymore. They're more about self-congratulation and the art of looking prestigious than anything else. And Black Panther doesn't need that. An award isn't gonna magically make the film any better than it already is. It already is one of the few MCU films to transcend its whole series to be something more. An Oscar would be great. It would show people that comic book movies and superhero films are in fact high art and worthy of praise, but at this point, it's like giving the valedictorian of your high school an award for perfect attendance. He doesn't need that. And if I'm being completely honest with you, Mission Impossible Fallout was really the best film of 2018. You know I'm right, don't give me that look. But what do you think? Do you think Black Panther is going to win the Oscar for Best Picture? Do you think it even deserves to win the Oscar? Should it have gone to Avengers or another comic book film? Let me know down below or anywhere on the internet. And in case you're wondering, everything I just said about Black Panther also applies to Into the Spider-Verse. I think it has a higher chance of winning, but it's going up against a Disney film and a Pixar film. And the Academy just give those out to Disney and Pixar regardless of quality. But again, who cares? We know Into the Spider-Verse is better than Incredibles 2 or Wreck-It Ralph 2. I mean, anything is probably better than Wreck-It Ralph 2. I refuse to see it. It looks like ass. And of course, don't forget that we have new videos every Tuesday and Wednesday, with Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern being Wulff Den Live time. So subscribe to see all of that, like this video, and share it with a friend who's nervous about whether or not Black Panther will win the Best Picture Oscar. It should, but it doesn't have to. It's probably not even going to. Send them this video to reassure them that it's going to be okay. Comic book movies have gotten on fine without them. We don't need them. I say we like I'm a part of the film industry. Thank you all for watching. I will see you next time.